Blake Lively's ongoing court battle with Justin Baldoni has taken another shock twist as her It Ends With Us co-star turned against her. Lively, 37, whose drama with Baldoni, 41, erupted last year after she accused him of sexual harassment in a bombshell lawsuit, brought co-star Adam Monchine into the legal battle when she alleged that Baldoni cast his best friend as her obgyn in a violative birthing scene. In her original complaint, and again in the amended report in February, Lively claimed she felt that the selection of Mr. Baldoni's friend for this intimate role, in which the actor's face and hands were in close proximity to her nearly nude genitalia for a birth scene, was invasive and humiliating. Monchine, who played Dr. Dunbar in the scene hit back at Lively's, claims in a statement obtained by Daily Mail.com saying, "I'm not going to speculate as to Miss Lively's motivations for mentioning me in the complaint. Needless to say, my experience working with her is very different than the one she described in her lawsuit. Indeed, I was surprised to read her description of the scene. Her costume included a full hospital gown, black shorts and torso covering prosthetic to make her appear pregnant, in addition to whatever personal garments she chose." Monchine claimed Lively never complained or expressed discomfort at any point because nothing unusual or improper occurred. It was entirely professional. Lively's claim in the lawsuit that Monchine's role was typically one which was filled by a local actor was slammed by the actor as offensive, as he cited his own qualifications, including a master's in fine arts from UCLA. He added, "Lastly, I was, in fact, a local hire. My wife and I are from New York and spend significant time there. As such, I, like any actor accepting that contract, was required to cover my own travel and living expenses in connection with the job." Monchine said he is willing to take to the stand to testify in Lively and Baldoni's trial, should he be asked. He concluded, "If I'm called to testify in the case, I will answer truthfully, and more freely, whatever is asked of me with all the legal protection that affords." Representatives for Blake, Lively declined to comment when approached by Daily Mail.com. Lively has previously claimed of the birth scene in her lawsuit. On the day of shooting the scene in which Miss Lively's character gives birth, Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Heath, Jamie Heath, CEO of Wayfarer Studios, suddenly pressured Miss Lively to simulate full nudity, despite no mention of nudity for this scene in the script, her contract, or in previous creative discussions. Mr. Heath and Mr. Baldoni also failed to close the set, allowing non-essential crew to pass through, while Miss Lively was partially nude from below the chest down, with her legs spread wide in stirrups, and only a small piece of fabric covering her genitalia. Contrary to the Wayfarer party's contention, the production did not maintain a closed set. Miss Lively was not provided with anything with which to cover herself between takes until after she had made multiple requests. Lively has been embroiled in legal drama with Baldoni since December 2024 after she accused him of sexual harassment and launching a smear campaign against her. He responded with a $400 million lawsuit against the actress, as well as filing a $250 million libel lawsuit against the New York Times, which reported on Lively's allegations. Earlier this month, Justin accused Blake of staging a PR stunt against him, which he claimed was designed to ruin the reputations and careers of the Wayfarer parties after Sheffield to dismiss his lawsuit on March 20. Baldoni stated he was exercising his First Amendment right to petition the court to clear their names from her false and harmful claims. Blake's attorneys Mike Gottlieb and Ezra Hudson told TMZ on Friday, "That's right. Justin Baldoni, the man who has built his brand on supposedly speaking up for victims, believes that the First Amendment rights of victims of sexual assault and harassment to speak out should give way to the rights of perpetrators to sue their victims into oblivion." Her legal team further stated that Baldoni and his lawyer Brian Friedman are trying to shed a law that protects victims and also prevents others from speaking out in the future. In response, Friedman told Daily Mail.com on Friday, "This convoluted statement makes it abundantly clear that Miss Lively and team are rattled and once again resorting to making inflammatory remarks to steer focus away from the actual facts. Clearly, they want to divert the public's attention from the receipts, the actual documents, video footage, and additional evidence shown that make it irrefutable that there was no sexual harassment. Friedman added it is surprising that Miss Lively and her team are suddenly speaking so passionately about the hard-won rights of the survivor community, considering she sidestepped this topic for the entirety of the film campaign, focusing instead on her hair care and alcohol products, which at that time caused the organic backlash that she received. She does not need discovery to find out who smeared her. Just a mirror will do. Justin's attorney also recently told TMZ, Miss Lively and her circle of Hollywood elites cannot prevent my clients from exercising their constitutional right to petition the court to clear their names from her false and harmful claims. Last year, Justin and Blake both starred in the adaptation of Colleen Hoover's novel, It Ends With Us, which the actor also directed. She went on to file a sexual harassment lawsuit against Baldoni, who she also accused of orchestrating a retaliation campaign, and he responded by suing Lively, Reynolds, and Lively's publicist Leslie Sloan for defamation. The two stars have since been embroiled on ongoing legal drama as they prepare to go to court next year on March 9, 2026. Justin recently issued a scathing response to Lively and her husband Ryan Reynolds after the couple filed to dismiss his $400 million defamation lawsuit against them. Last month, Lively, Reynolds, and Sloan filed to dismiss Baldoni's vengeful and rambling $400 million lawsuit. In a fiery statement, Reynolds slammed Baldoni as thin-skinned while describing himself as a supportive spouse to Lively. And on Tuesday, April 1, the legal team representing Baldoni and the Wayfarer Studios parties called Reynolds Lively's co-conspirator as they asked Judge Louis J. Lemon to deny both the Deadpool star and his wife's dismissal request. According to People, Baldoni's lawyers claim in the legal docs that Reynolds pretends that the Wayfarer party's first amended complaint, the FAQ, fails to set forth any basis for his liability, and that he merely acted as a supportive spouse. Not so. The FAC specifically alleges ample facts to support the Wayfarer party's claims against him, based on both his direct actions and his liability as a co-conspirator. They've also suggested that Reynolds should not be able to recover attorney's fees from Baldoni in the extremely unlikely event that he is dismissed from the lawsuit. This comes after Lively's attorney stated in her March 20 dismissal filing that Wayfarer's legal efforts against her could end up costing Baldoni's team $100 million. In an April 3 statement to Daily Mail.com, a spokesperson for Reynolds responded to Baldoni's latest legal move. The spokesperson claimed that Baldoni and the Wayfarer Studios parties finally realized the plain defects in their complaint while calling the lawsuit frivolous. They also told Daily Mail.com that Reynolds will continue to stand by his wife while reiterating Lively's harassment and retaliation allegations. They once again claimed defamation without alleging who was defamed, what specifically was said, or how anyone suffered actual harm. Unlike Mr. Baldoni, who built his brand pretending to be a man who is confident enough to listen to the women in his life, Ryan Reynolds actually is that man, and he will continue to support his wife as she stands up to the individuals who not only harassed her, but then have retaliated against her. Under New York law, California law, and indeed in every jurisdiction of the United States, this lawsuit not only fails, but may result in the Wayfarer parties covering Ryan's costs and attorney's fees for bringing such a frivolous case in the first place, the statement concluded. Baldoni's response to Lively's dismissal filing was obtained by TMZ. According to court docs obtained by the outlet on Thursday, Baldoni provided the judge with reasons as to why the Gossip Girl's attempt to toss out his lawsuit should be denied. Baldoni accused Lively of being the mastermind behind an elaborate smear campaign, which he claimed was designed to ruin the reputations and careers of the Wayfarer parties.